Hello, my beautiful Geminis. How goes it, Gem? This is Debs, and this is your TGIF for Friday, the 9th of Feb, 2024. Let's dive in and see what's going to be happening for you over the next few days. It could be, though, a message now for sometime in the future. Keep that in mind. The deck that I'm using is the Sanctus Concordia deck. I had to think then. If you want a private reading, my website is linked down below, as well as the link to join the channel if you're interested in seeing more videos that are not on public view, and all the decks are there too. All right. So Archangel Michael, thank you for joining us. This is the TGIF weekly for my Geminis, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. What's going on for Gem, please? Friday, the 9th of February, moving into the weekend and a brand new week. Thank you, Michael. Okay. Are you trying to find your way into something? I'm seeing somebody banging on a wooden door that has bolts and locks and catches on it. It's as if I want to get in, I want to get in. I'm hearing membership only. All right, Gem. Yeah, I mean, this is symbolism. You may be trying to get into a situation. Oh, wow. Okay. Tower. Gemini. Are you trying to get into this building? Okay. Gemini, make sure that somebody doesn't lock you out of a property, change the locks on you if you have an argument with a partner. It's as if you want to get back in, but somebody's saying no. Now, Gemini, this is how your person feels about you. So maybe they feel, Gem, you've gone through a tower moment and you wanted to explain, you're wanting to run back in, you wanted to talk to this person, and it's just silence. They've blocked you. I don't know. All right, guys. All right. Strength card. Gemini, someone may see that you're either trying to hold up a tower, you don't want something to end, you're doing everything you can to hold on to this tower. Or Gemini, somebody is seeing that you're holding back from them after a tower moment. So you, Gemini, may have had a tower moment about someone and you're now holding back. Okay, Seven of Pentacles, but you are definitely looking at the past. I'm hearing the words piecing everything together. Okay. Five of Wands. You may be in internal conflict, Gemini, or you may be remembering a past argument, a major argument. Six of Swords. Gemini, your person sees you moving to calmer waters, moving on, but it's with a lot of reticence, a lot of disappointment. I wish it hadn't happened. Yeah, bless you. Okay. Four of Wands. Okay. Now, Gem, they do see you in a Four of Wands relationship where you might feel left out in the cold. Okay. Gemini, this person sees you sat in the Queen of Wands, which can pertain to be a female who steps out of a commitment because she feels lonely. The Sun. Gemini, what we have here is, I think, the person that you might have been having an affair with, finding out that you weren't single, you held back from them, because you went through a tower moment too, because you may not have thought this person would ever find out. I think there was a massive row. You're trying to move to calmer waters in your Four of Wands relationship. So your partner or your husband might have found out. You might have decided to stay in this relationship because you were worried about financial loss, but you miss your lover because your lover put you on a pedestal. Your lover saw you as someone beautiful and vivacious and sexy and interesting, fascinating company, and you miss the attention. But what can you do? Because there's enlightenment here with the sun that this person is holding back from you because they found out the truth. Now, I don't know, Gem, this might have been going on a long time with your lover, with the energy of the sun. You may have been able to hide the fact that you were still in a commitment because you two lived at a distance. Maybe you two always met halfway house, so they never came to your home. Or maybe, Gem, you were separated from your husband for a period of time and you met this guy. Everything happened very quickly and you just couldn't bear to tell him that you were still legally married. Maybe you were on the fence, do I want to patch up my marriage or not? But I feel I'm dealing with a feminine Queen of Wands, and this is how they see you, Gemini. So they see you as a Queen of Wands. And there's a tower moment because your person is holding back. You're also holding back, Gemini, from being tempted to pursue this person physically. You're refraining from putting them back into a third party, Gemini. Because what you don't want to happen is to have another massive row with this person, because at the moment things are calm. You may be contemplating what you want to do about a long-term relationship that you feel left out in the cold in, and you're considering what makes you happy. Yes, Gemini, you are an Empress, but you've also been sitting in the Queen of Wands energy. The Hermit. You feel left out in the cold. Maybe your husband works away for periods of time. Maybe, Gemini, you got involved with a masculine who might be a Virgo or a Leo, or a Virgo with Leo in his chart. The Sun and the Strength card are both Leo. You could have Leo in your chart. Your husband could be a Leo. But this is you feeling left out in the cold in, I feel, a marriage, Empress. So you stepped into the energy of the Queen of Wands. King of Swords. You may be in a very cold partnership, or if your lover is sitting in the energy of the Hermit, I feel that there's been a very cold conversation between the two of you where you may have had to admit the truth. Eight of Swords. And you're now in your head because you don't know if you're ever going to see this guy again. You don't know whether or not this conversation was the last conversation you'll have because you're conflicted. Yeah. Okay, so Gemini, you are in your head about the Ten of Pentacles. This is you not knowing what to do about your long-term relationship. Do I end it and potentially pursue my lover? If I ended my long-term relationship, would this guy that I've been seeing on the side offer me a commitment? You may be unsure, particularly if the truth has just come out that you were involved with somebody else. You were married, right? You may think, well, he's not going to want to commit to me now, even if I do get divorced, because the trust is gone. So underneath the deck, we've got the Ten of Wands. Gemini, you're a bit burdened, to say the least, because you don't know what to do. You don't know whether or not to make inroads in ending your long-term relationship, whether to patch it up, or whether or not to let it go. The Star. At the moment, Gemini, I feel this is you healing. For some of you, you may feel burdened about an Aquarian. Four of Pentacles. You're desperately hanging on to this Four of Wands relationship because you're worried about money. You're hanging on, Gemini, to your Emperor. Empress, Emperor. Two of Swords. Gemini, what might make it worse is that your Emperor may not be speaking to you. Your husband may not be wanting to speak to you right now because he may have found out that you were having an affair with another guy. So this is really difficult for you. You're in your head trying to figure out what to do about your marriage. Your husband's not talking to you. Your lover's not talking to you. And you're sat wondering which direction to move in. What you're most in your head about is the Ten of Pentacles. You're in a very stable situation with your Emperor, but you're not happy. You feel left out in the cold in this partnership. That's why you shifted into the energy of the Queen of Wands and had a fling. So yes, you are a wife, Emperor, Empress, but with a Hermit, you feel left out in the cold. With a Queen of Swords, I don't think there's any love between you and your husband, but you keep thinking about the money. Ten of Pentacles. So, oh my goodness, Gem. All right, that's what we have, guys. It may not be your story for this week. It may be your story next week. All right, so Gem, let's get into angel answers. Let's see what else comes through. Here we go. Just seen 15:15 on the clock. Yeah, this might be a challenge now. That breaks down to 12. Could relate to a third party, meaning a 3 or change on the horizon. Ask your angels for guidance at this point of time, Gemini. Maybe do some soul searching, do some thinking, you know, what do you want for the future? Ask for help from others. You may, again, be wanting to seek advice. Could be advice from a close family member. It could be seeking legal advice. What is the advice pertaining to? Okay, money. All right. So Gemini, in the nicest sense, you may think, all right, well, I'm going to go and seek legal advice and see how much I might leave my marriage with, because if it's a decent amount, I'm not going to sit in my head worrying that if I divorce my person, I'm going to be penniless. I honestly feel, Gemini, that you're so unhappy in this relationship, this long-term commitment, that if the lawyer comes back and says, well, you know, you're going to get quite a substantial amount, you may well decide to push for divorce. Okay, well, as long as I'm not going to be left on the breadline, I think I'm better out of this long-term relationship. There may also be a tiny seed of hope in your mind that if you do get out of this and reconcile with your lover, you two could move into a new commitment. What else are the angels saying to you? Okay, what they're saying is, above all, Gemini, make sure that there's a peaceful resolution. Don't get into a situation where you're fighting your karmic partner for every penny, because remember, I know it takes two to tango. He might have left you out in the cold, but you cheated on him, right? So this is you knowing that, accepting your part, and potentially accepting a fair split in terms of the settlement. What are the angels suggesting here? Trust. Gemini, if you can possibly rebuild the trust with your husband, you two could reconcile. I feel the other message is, I don't believe your lover trusts you anymore. And in which case, if the trust is gone, it might well be that you have to cope with the fact that he might not want to see you again. Anything else? Whatever happens in the future, Gemini, communicate clearly, nothing hidden, cards on the table. This is how I feel. This is what I think I want. What do you think? Communicate really clearly. What will you be communicating? Any information, Michael? Okay. You may be communicating with your husband, Gemini, that you feel it's time to let go of the partnership. Communicating with your husband, I think we should let this go. Okay. Goodness me. Alrighty, so I feel we should get messages from your husband to you and from your lover to you, okay? So Gemini, let's have a look and see what your husband would want to say to you. What would your husband want to say to you, Gem? Okay, now this actually tells me quite a lot. Please give me a second chance. Gemini, your husband may have stepped out on you in the marriage, and that's why you thought, to hell with it. If my husband's cheating on me, I'm going to go and find a lover. You know? So if that happened, if he cheated on you and as a result you thought, I'm going to have a rebound fling myself, then it may well be that things got messy, the tower fell, everything fell apart, and your husband may well be coming back to you to say, I'm so sorry. I know if I hadn't cheated on you, you wouldn't have felt the need to step out on me and have an affair yourself. Let's try and patch things up. So your husband, Gemini, may want to sort things out. What else is your husband saying, Gemini? No matter what happens, my heart will always belong to you. Okay, Gemini, your husband still loves you. But it may be a complicated connection. Now, I don't know. I'm not sure whether or not there's an issue between the two of you. It could be you've got family members around you who caused problems in your marriage. It could be that he works out of town for months on end. He could even be in a military position, so you never see him. You're alone most of the time. Whatever the issues are, they seem to be out of your control. And I think what your husband is saying is, I know it's not an easy relationship for us. He's aware of that. He's accepting that this isn't an ideal relationship. He's accepting this is not an ideal situation that your relationship is built around. What else is your husband saying to you, Gem? Okay, I do love you, just don't know how to show you right now. Okay, he may be feeling a mixture of guilt and then anger. You know, guilt he stepped out on you, anger that you had a fling on him. He may have trouble in showing his emotion, Gemini. He may just be one of these guys that just finds it really difficult to open up. Or he may not feel very loving right now, right? I do love you, I just don't know how to show you right now, because he may be dealing with mixed emotions. Now, what is your lover saying to you, Gem? What is your lover saying to you? Okay. I hate this distance between us. It doesn't feel good. Yeah. Now, why do I feel, Gemini, there's not only emotional distance between you because he found out you were married or he realized you weren't going to leave your husband, but also geographical distance. What else is Gemini's lover saying to Gemini? Okay. Gemini, he may make a decision to move on. He may think to himself, you know what? You know, I have all these feelings for Gemini. I'm so attracted to Gemini, but this is complicated. I don't need this. Gemini has a husband. What am I doing? He may be telling himself he has to move on. So your lover says to you, I don't want to let you go. I miss being with you. Oh, he is so torn. He is so torn. Off on, off on, off on. I hate this distance between us. And then, but I'm moving on with my life. But I don't want to let you go. I miss being with you. Yeah, he's torn. He's torn, Gemini. Yeah. I think about you so much, it's scaring me. It's as if he's obsessed with thinking about the situation, thinking about you. One morning waking up thinking, for goodness sake, I've got to move on. You know, Gemini's got a husband. The next morning waking up thinking, I don't know what to do without her. I don't want to be without her. This is very difficult. So from here, Gem, let's move into a future reading. Let's find out whether or not you're going to patch up things with your partner or whether or not you're going to communicate to your husband that you want to end it. Let's see what happens. You may end up with your lover in the future if you end your long-term partnership, or maybe, Gemini, you might meet somebody else. Let's see. I'll see you in the second reading. Okay, my lovely gems, let's delve into the Witch's Tarot. Let's see what's going to happen. Archangel Michael, what is your advice and guidance, please, for my lovely Geminis? This is the future spread for my Geminis. What's going to happen in the future? Thank you, Michael. Okay. Seven of Wands. There's a lot of defensive energy. Somebody's pushing someone else away. Now, this is how they feel about you, Gemini. So, Seven of Wands, they may feel you're being defensive. Okay. Knight of Wands. The Sun. The Lovers. Yeah, that's your card, Gemini. Okay. Five of Pentacles. All right. Gemini, I feel as if you're going to take a very big risk and end your marriage. I think with the Seven of Wands, this is you standing up for yourself in your marriage. Because remember, I believe, given the messages, your husband cheated on you first. So I feel we've got you standing your ground. Yes, okay, I had an affair, Knight of Wands, but you had an affair before me. The reason why I had a fling is that I was unhappy that you cheated on me. So I've decided to move forward. I'm passionately moving forward into a new cycle with the energy of the Sun. I want to be happy with my lover and I don't care about the money. Wow. Five of Swords. Six of Pentacles. The Emperor. Two of Cups. Gemini, again, what you're saying to your Emperor, your husband, is you sabotage the relationship first by giving to other people. And so I'm sorry, I think we should push for divorce. Gemini, you, I feel, want to start a proper relationship with your lover. And you're basically saying to your husband, I know you don't want a divorce because you're probably going to lose money, but I'm afraid I don't want to be in this marriage anymore. So Gemini, your husband or your lover sees you looking at the past, looking at everything you invested in this long-term relationship. With the Four of Wands, you may have created a beautiful house. You may be thinking, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to leave the family home. But what you're thinking about, Gemini, is I'm going to get my freedom back. And with the divorce settlement, I'm going to be sat in the Nine of Pentacles. I will have a chance to not only sit in self-love, self-respect, but also have a chance to move forward into a new love relationship. Four of Swords. You're a little bit nervous about this, Gemini, but what you're thinking about is it's possible. So this is you making a decision, Gemini, to go for your own happiness. You are not deciding to patch up your marriage. You're realizing it's over, it's done. Your husband cheated on you, so you cheated on him. It's kind of end of story. That's it. Now, I don't know with the Emperor and the Two of Cups whether or not he's going to state that he still loves you. But I think looking back at the past, what you're realizing is it was all about stability, Four of Wands. And knowing that your lover may be waiting in the wings, wanting to whisk you off into a new life, you may be thinking, all right, let's get divorced. I'm going to have divorce money. With the Ace of Cups, I can then start again. I can heal and move into a beautiful Ace of Cups connection. So underneath the deck, Gemini, with the energy of the Star, you may well be thinking about an Aquarian, or you could be simply, with the energy of the Eight of Pentacles, looking at your finances and telling yourself, I know my future is going to be happier. I know it. I need to work on my healing and look to the future. With the energy of the Six of Swords, you will be moving to calmer waters. You may be thinking, okay, when this is said and done, I want to move. You may, Gemini, if you don't have family or ties with children in one area, you may be thinking of moving to live closer to your lover. You may. Ace of Swords, Gemini. I think you are ending your marriage, cutting free of the past, the world. Yes, you could be moving. You could be thinking when all this is done and I've healed and I've got the settlement, I'm going to move. Wow. Let's find out whether or not, Gemini, you're going to end up with your lover. So Archangel Michael, is Gemini going to patch things up with their lover? Are they going to move into a commitment with their lover or someone else? The Moon. Okay. Cancerian energy. The shadow side. The Ten of Pentacles. Okay. The Queen of Pentacles. Four of Cups. Okay, Gemini, we have a massive twist in this reading. What this tells me is that you're going to find that your lover kept a secret too. Your lover wasn't single either. Your lover sat in their shadow side. They are actually in a long-term commitment with a Queen of Pentacles. Gemini. So if, Gemini, your lover gave you a really hard time, how could you not tell me that you were married? Your lover was married as well. And I think your lover's patched things up with this Queen of Pentacles. Yes. And so the Four of Cups is you thinking, oh my goodness, this whole thing was a lie. I was lying to my husband, I was lying to my lover, and my lover was lying to me. Oh my goodness. You know? So if you do go back to your lover to say, great news, I'm ending my marriage, your lover may sheepishly turn around and say, well, actually, I'm in a long-term commitment with someone. Now, whether or not, Gemini, by the time you end your marriage, which could take a year, your lover meets somebody who is sitting in the Queen of Pentacles and marries that person, I don't know, everybody's story is different. This is either you getting to your lover too late or, realizing with the moon that your lover hid the fact that he was in a long-term commitment too. Gemini. Okay. Anything else? Queen of Swords. So Gemini, you may be a bit shocked if you find out that your lover was also married and he made out he was angry that you were married. Yeah, the truth is going to come out. Page of Swords. This all feels terribly complicated, guys. Eight of Cups. I mean, you may say to your lover, you gave me the impression you were angry about the fact that I wouldn't leave my husband, about the fact that I was married, when all along you were married or you were in a long-term relationship. So Gemini, this is you saying to your lover, I can't believe it. I'm just walking away from this altogether. Queen of Swords, Page of Swords, Eight of Cups is, I can't believe you lied to me. Or, Gemini, the other scenario, you go back to your lover saying to him, okay, well, I've left my marriage. Let's see if we can move this into a relationship. And your lover turns around and says, well, I'm sorry, but because you hid from me that you were married and you sat on your shadow side, I've now met a Queen of Pentacles. And actually, this is a very serious relationship. So I'm not interested in you anymore. Same scenario, you walk away. Is there going to be love in the future for my Geminis? Guys, this is a challenging reading. Wow. Yes. Gemini, I'm definitely connecting with a female Gemini here. Sorry for you masculines out there. You are going to end up with a King of Wands. An Aries, Leo, Sag that you're going to find incredibly attractive, who is going to take action on you. Any more information about this King of Wands? Okay. Wheel of Destiny, the divine is saying that this King of Wands is your true destiny. Not your husband, not your lover. This King of Wands is your true destiny. Yeah. Under the deck, there will be an expression of love with a Knight of Cups from this King of Wands. Beautiful. Gemini, this is going to be a passionate new start. Okay. So, whoever this is for, let me know in the comments. I'll be really interested. This is an incredibly complicated reading. From here, let's move into the Oracle of Mystical Moments. Let's see if we can get more advice from the universe. So Archangel Michael, what advice do we have from the universe? Thank you, Michael. New directions, perfect. Gemini, you're going to be lifting off and moving, I feel, in a different direction. Okay, look to the future. Anything else? Okay. Secrets. So Gemini, what the angels are saying is all of this came about because everybody in the mix was keeping secrets. They may be saying when you move into a new cycle with someone, make sure there's open, honest communication, you know. What else are they saying? The gift. Gemini, you may be naturally psychic, or you could have a gift of some kind, an ability. It may also be that the divine is saying, with a gift of foresight, you don't need to go through that energy again. We've also got a swan here. Now, swans mate for life. What they're saying is protect a new relationship. We've got an umbrella, right? Protect a new relationship. It's precious. This is the divine's gift to you, which could well be this King of Wands. All right. We're going to close, as always, with a message from Archangel Michael. So, Archangel Michael, what do we have, please, for my lovely Geminis? What do we have for my lovely Geminis, Michael? Thank you. Innocence. Okay. And the prayer reads, Dear God and angels, thank you for helping me see all of your qualities of pure love and light reflected within me and all others. Help me embody my God-given innocence so I may be at peace. Gemini, be open and honest in your next relationship. Okay? Sit in the energy of purity and everything will be all right. Everything's going to work out. So, I am leaving the reading there, Gem. I really hope it's helped one or two of you. Take care of you, sending love and light your way, and many blessings. Bye, Gem.